The dreamer, they called him, for that was what he was best known to do. Dream, dream, and dream again. He was sold as a slave by his brothers. He was sent to the prison, but he kept dreaming until he got to the palace. This is a true life story of someone who kept dreaming until he got the result. Friends, there comes a time when everyone needs to have a dream, despite the hurdles, troubles, rumbles, and stumbles. Stay connected as you get high in spirit with Yemi Adeoti. Remember, the dream is worth the price.
Hello, I am Yemi Adeoti, your host on this program, Dare to Dream. You are welcome to another interesting edition. May your dreams see the light of day, and may your expectations never be cut off. Today, I will be sharing a new series of messages that I title Profiting from Your Failures. I am so excited at this subject matter because I want you to know that failure can be turned into success. Yes, you can overcome your failures no matter what they are. You can profit from your failures if you have the right kind of attitude. I sincerely pray that this will be your portion no matter the kind of failure that you are currently experiencing. May your struggles be turned into success. May your frustrations be turned into fulfillment, and may your problems be converted into prosperity. My dear listener, in order to profit from your failures, we need to understand what failure really means. A lot of people don't know the true meaning of failure. In fact, what some people call failure is really not failure. This is why it's so crucial to know what failure truly represents, and at this juncture, I'd like us to examine what failure is. Failure is an act that fails or an event that does not accomplish its intended purpose. It also means a lack of success or loss of ability to function normally. Failure can also be defined as the lack of development or production. Failure occurs when you are not producing the desired results or not performing according to expectation. These are some of the definitions of what failure really means. If you are experiencing any kind of failure, I want you to know that it can be turned around for the better. This is why you should not cave in or accept defeat. It's not over yet. Things can still change for the better. Have faith in God and His eternal principles. You will surely come out of that mess. You will surely stand and not sink. You will surely fight and not fall as you profit from your failures. I want to go a step ahead in our quest in understanding what failure is really all about by sharing with you 10 basic understanding you need to have about failure. These insights I'm about to share with you will further help you to understand failure better. Point number 1, no man is immune to failure. What does this really mean? It simply means that failure is part and parcel of life. We fail to one degree or the other in one thing or the other. Why is this so? It's because failure is part of human nature. Ever since the first man fell, due to the lie of the enemy, failure has been known to plague the whole of humanity. But the good thing about failure is that it can be overcome. I therefore encourage you not to give up on your failures. Make up your mind to profit from your failures. I want you to realize that because you are falling, it does not mean you won't rise again. You may be down now, but you are still in the race of life. You are not yet out, and you will win if you decide to profit from your setbacks. Therefore, when you fail, I want you to realize that it is not a strange thing, and never allow your failures to stop you. Remember, the man who never made a mistake never made anything. So see your failures as a stepping stone to greatness. This is why the good book says in Micah 7 verse 8, "Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me." When you understand this concept about failures, it changes for the better the way you respond to your failures. May your story truly change for the better. At this time, I'd like to go on a short break. I'll be back soon. Welcome back. I trust you have been blessed so far by this broadcast as we seek to understand better the concept of failure. And so, without wasting time, I'd like to share 4 more things you need to know concerning failures. Point number 2, failure is not a person but a situation. We tend to make the mistake of calling someone a failure, or worse still, we even label ourselves as failures. Failure is not your name or who you are. Don't allow people or the circumstance of life to give you a name that is not yours. My dear listener, no matter the kind of failures you have been through, you are not a failure, because failure is an event and not an individual. You need to understand that there is a great difference between saying, "I am a failure," and "I have failed." You are not a failure because God never made failures. Stop calling yourself a failure. The fact that you have failed your exams does not mean you are a failure, or the fact that you failed in business does not mean you are a failure. You need to understand that failure is not your name, but a situation. It's time to change your vocabulary. It's time to change your confession. You need to watch your confession, because you will become what you say repeatedly. This is an established principle, and you need to change your confession for the better. My counsel to you today is to stop calling yourself a failure, but rather admit your mistakes and blunders, learn from them, and move on with your life. Point number 3, failure is not forever. The fact that you fail does not mean it's the end of the road for you. It doesn't mean you won't rise again. It doesn't mean you are doomed forever. I want you to know that it's not over yet for you, no matter the kind of failure you are dealing with right now. Your downfall does not equate to the end of your life. You will still shine again. You will still bounce back if you decide to profit from your failures. This is the mentality I want you to have. Shake off the loser's mentality. Embrace the winner's mentality. You need to realize that your failure is a temporary situation and not a permanent situation. Failure is not fatal. You will recover again. You will blossom again. Don't write off yourself yet. Give yourself an opportunity to succeed again by expecting the best. Point number 4, failure is not your enemy but your friend. I know that this may sound strange to you, but the truth of the matter is that failure is not your enemy. Why do I say so? Because failure helps you to ultimately succeed. This is why someone defined the word fail as the first attempt in learning. So failure is a teacher. It helps you to learn many important lessons about life and yourself. So the next time you fail, don't assume that something evil has happened to you. Just see it as an opportunity to learn something new. And what kind of opportunity does failure gives you? Failure gives you an opportunity to work harder, gain wisdom, and develop patience. It also gives you an opportunity to look inwards and develop maturity. But most importantly, failure helps you to succeed, provided you're willing to profit from your mistakes. You need to realize that failures, repeated failures, are fingerprints on the road to achievement. This is why I urge you today to never give up on yourself. Get up and fight again. Try again, as it's not yet over yet. Point number 5, most people are afraid of failure. This is the reason why a lot of people can't look at failure in the face. But honestly speaking, there is nothing to be afraid of when it comes to failure, because you are not the only one who will experience failure, neither will you be the last. So cheer up. It's time to deal with the fear of failure in your life. How do you achieve this? By confronting those fears. And I want you to know that it's when you confront your fears that you become fearless. It's high time you confront those secret fears that you harbor in your mind. Instead of thinking it might not work, start imagining it will work. Stop the fear and embrace the possibilities that your destiny has to offer you. You have no business being afraid of failure once you understand what failure truly means. I pray that these might be your portion in the mighty name of Jesus. Don't allow the fear of failure to paralyze your life. You have a colorful destiny, and may you stand out in your generation. This is where I will be drawing the curtains on this broadcast. But before I sign off, I'd like to do a quick summary of what I've shared with you today. Number 1, I defined what failure really means. Number 2, I gave you 5 essential elements of failure, which are as follows. A, no man is immune to failure. B, failure is not a person but a situation. C, failure is not forever. D, failure is not your enemy but your friend. And E, most people are afraid of failure. I sincerely believe you have been richly blessed, and I'd like you to join me next time for a continuation of this series. I am also looking forward to hearing from you, and I want you to let me know how this broadcast has been of help to you. I desire to see your dreams fulfilled, and if you want more information on our rich and wonderful resource center, you can kindly call any of these numbers: 0807 329 3648, 0809 8060 373, or 0702 853 4079. I will be waiting to pick your calls, and may your dreams see the light of day. Till I come your way same time on this station, I'd like you to keep dreaming and to always remember that the dream is worth the prize. Bye.
Dreamer! For further counseling and prayers or your support, you can reach Yemi Adeoti on 0807 329 3648, 0809 806 0373, 0702 853 4079, PO Box 20233, UI Post Office, Agbowo, Ibadan. Email pstjemi@yahoo.com. Hotlines once again are 0807 329 3648, 0809 806 0373, 0702 853 4079. Remember, the dream is worth the price.